So my fucking camera died like halfway. I was still talking. I don't remember what the fuck I was talking about, but it just decided to die while I was doing the liquid eyeliner. Don't remember what I was talking about. Probably my intimacy issues. Cause yeah, like the Tinder date dude last night, he was 28, and I tell him everything. I tell them I'm going to Australia shortly. I tell them everything. I'm upfront about everything, and I know because a lot of people are like, "Why are you on Tinder?" Like honestly, there are a few answers to that question. First and foremost, yeah, fucking attorney dude. Long story short, he just like ignored me after our one date. I think he just wanted a one night stand. I think that's what he was expecting, which I wasn't. But yeah, attorney dude hurt my feelings. Oh my god, my makeup. Yeah, attorney dude hurt my feelings, so I felt rejected. So I went on Tinder. Because also I realized like I didn't date in my 20s at all. And I'm really not familiar, like I'm really not good at interacting with heterosexual men. I really only interact with gay men. So yeah, so like I spent my 20s being somewhat antisocial. And because 2016 has just been a shit fest, and I turned 31 this year, I just thought, fuck it, I'm gonna try and date. So it's like everyone else in my age group has been like dating. They've been doing it for years, and me, I'm just starting. I'm just starting at 31. So yeah, like when I like meet people on Tinder, it's like when guys are expecting hookups, it's like I always explain to them too. Like I don't date. I haven't dated for a long time. So you're gonna have to be patient with me. I don't That's the thing, like of all the guys I've dated this year, none of them are patient enough. Like guys, a lot of guys just yeah, like they just want like the hookup, they just want the sex. But like I'm not experienced enough to be able to separate myself emotionally. Like guys can, or I mean I think girls can too. Some girls can, but I can't. Oh, I kind of fucked it up. So yeah, I don't like I like the Egyptian guy, but I don't think I'm gonna see him again. 'Cause yeah, we were supposed to go out on Sunday, but he canceled, and he was like, oh, can we reschedule? And I said like, yeah, let's reschedule. That was on Sunday. Today is Wednesday, and that was the last I heard from him. So I think he's in another one bites the dust. But like, I don't feel like I'm being unreasonable here. Like yeah, I don't feel like I'm being unreasonable. Like, I don't want a one night stand. I tell them too. Like, I'm just trying to like meet people, learn how to interact with men. I don't get it. So I think the next thing first I did the liquid, and then I did the Jeffree Star. I just put a bunch of black in the corner. Cause yeah, like the Tinder date last night, he yeah, there were a few things he said that rubbed me the wrong way. One of which was, yeah, the gothic shit. I mean, he didn't say it so bluntly like that. Like, one thing is, he had, like, we were showing each other our tattoos at one point, and he has, like, I was like, oh, what's your favorite animal? And he said, a monkey. And he had one monkey tattoo on his leg, and then on his thigh, he had a monkey skull. And I was like, what's the meaning behind that? And he was just like, oh, that we're just all animals, and that we're, like, primitive, and that we have, like, instincts, and that, like, they're right, like, our instincts are always right, and, so yeah, we were kind of, like, talking about, like, sex for a little bit, and, he was like, well, it's just instinctual. And that's kind of the vibe I got when he was, like, telling me his tattoo. He's like, well, we're just animals, we have, like, these primal urges, or whatever. And I remember just thinking, like, not all instincts are right. Like, I mean, I didn't say this, but I was like, you're a simple guy. You think your instincts are right, but they're not. And what about paradoxical undressing? When you have hypothermia, that's wrong. When you're in the early, when you're in the certain stages of hypothermia, your blood vessels constrict, so you think you're warm, but really you're freezing to death, and so you take off all your clothes. That's wrong. Another wrong instinct is if you're in a riptide, your instinct is to thrash about, when really that's how you drown. You're actually supposed to surrender. And that's how you can get out of a riptide. Like, I remember just thinking, like, your instinct, like, you're just the guy. You think your instincts are right, but they're not. Another instinct is to have sex with strangers. To put your penis inside of a woman that you don't even know. That's your instinct, and it's wrong. I could have AIDS. My vagina could be the cause of your death or illness. Like, your instincts aren't right, buddy. But I didn't say that. Maybe I should have. But no, I don't think I'd go out with him again. But we did, like, talk about stuff like, I do just like having conversations. I know that's like a cliche or whatever, but I do just like talking to people and just, you know, like encountering, just crossing paths with these people that you probably won't ever see again. Like, I always trip out about that. Be like, I wonder if I'll ever see this person again. Probably not. But, like, that's the thing, too, is, like, we were talking about, yeah, I was just like, I was like, God, why do, like, all guys just want is sex? Like, don't they, like, question it? Don't they, like... And he was like, well, it's the primal instinct, the urges, and... I was like, well, yeah, but what you need to understand, too, is, like... Women have more to risk. Sex is riskier for women than it is for men. In many ways. For starters, I mean... Aside from sexual assault, it's like it's riskier for us to meet strangers at a bar. Like, I'm more of at risk meeting a man at a bar than a man is at risk meeting a woman at a bar. Also, just sex itself. I mean, women are the ones that get pregnant. We're more likely to get a UTI. We're more likely, we have yeast infections. HPV. I mean, uteruses and vaginas are great, but they're like a delicate little chandelier. Like, sex is it's different for us. We have more to lose than you do. Which is why I think, like, females, we have to have the discretion, because males don't, for the most part. So it's on the female. Because it's a bigger deal for us. We have more to lose. We have to make these choices. And it's just weird when you get shamed for it. Not like shamed, but I don't know. It's just a trip. Like, yeah, I'm 31. I'm learning all this shit now. I'm late. I know I'm late in the game. But that's me. So yeah, I think I remember I did I just put Courtney on top of it. I think that's what I did yesterday. Fuck. I hate blending black because it's always like charcoalish, so it doesn't blend like the other black shadows are always like, that's why smoky eyes are so weird, because they're like they're difficult, because black shadows don't blend the same as like, because they're not creamy, they're chalky. Black is always chalky, so it doesn't blend as easily as like a creamier shadow. And then I remember clean my brush off. What else about the Tinder guy? What else about him? Well, when I first saw him, like, that's always the best part too about a Tinder date, is when you're like, you're driving there and you're like, oh, what's this person gonna be like? What is it? And it's always, I always like the first impressions. It's like, very first impression. When I first saw this guy, he got at the bar first. He was there first. He got a Lyft driver or Uber, I don't remember, but yeah, he was there first, and he texted me. He's like, I'm outside having a cigarette, and I was like, okay. I'm like, I'll be there in like 5 minutes. And there's always that exciting moment when you pull up and you see them. And my first impressions were, I remember thinking like, okay, he had a beard, which is good. He was alright. I remember thinking like, oh, he's kind of different from his pictures, but I'm not the type of asshole to accuse him of being misleading. That's what he did to me. But, yeah, like, I remember, yeah, nothing will ever come close to that first encounter with the Egyptian guy. I'll never forget that. I remember I got to that bar first, and I got to the bar first, and I was smoking, and like the bar was near like some shops, and yeah, it was like 11, so like all the shops were closed, and I was just like, I had my back face to the street, and I was just like I was smoking a cigarette and just looking through the window. It was just like a dark shop, all closed, and I was just looking through the window, and then from the reflection of the glass, I saw someone walking up behind me, and I was like, oh my god, that's him. And I just remember like turning around and being like, holy fuck. Good first impression. Good first impression. So I think maybe I'll do the face. Yeah, because I like to do the eyes first and then the face. Because I always, whenever I do the face makeup, I get like shadow under here, and it just gets all messy. So then I do the face makeup. But yeah, the Tinder guy last night, it's interesting. Yeah, like you always learn stuff. I like getting to know people, because like that's another thing too. I'm like socially awkward at times, and it's not just like a date thing. It's like just like a human interaction thing. Like it's not easy to make friends in real life. Like a lot of people know that. Like it's not easy to meet people. Like that's why you need online stuff like Facebook or Tinder or whatever to just like to break the ice. and to just like encounter people. But yeah, it's just weird. I don't. Yeah, it's weird how like guys are so impatient. Like I I need someone patient who can deal with me and who can go on a second date and to like not expect shit. So far,